I've got nothing special to talk about. I've got nothing special to talk about. I've got nothing special to talk about. Why is it your favorite? Why is it your favorite? Why is it your favorite? I rarely watch anything. I rarely watch anything. I rarely watch anything. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas. Could you call back later? Could you call back later? Could you call back later? So where are you from? So where are you from? So where are you from? A little bird told me. A little bird told me. A little bird told me. I'm good at freestyle and breaststroke. I'm good at freestyle and breaststroke. I'm good at freestyle and breaststroke. Were there any letters for me this morning? Were there any letters for me this morning? Were there any letters for me this morning? It is tomorrow that they will have a meeting. It is tomorrow that they will have a meeting. It is tomorrow that they will have a meeting. What time do you go to work every day? What time do you go to work every day? What time do you go to work every day? I can still work for a long time. I can still work for a long time. I can still work for a long time. No, I've never heard of that song. No, I've never heard of that song. No, I've never heard of that song. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. The more I know, the sicker I feel. The more I know, the sicker I feel. The more I know, the sicker I feel. How can he get in contact with you? How can he get in contact with you? How can he get in contact with you? Is it all right if I use your phone? Is it all right if I use your phone? Is it all right if I use your phone? I hope you don't mind my leaving now. I hope you don't mind my leaving now. I hope you don't mind my leaving now. I'm kind of hungry, and how about you? I'm kind of hungry, and how about you? I'm kind of hungry, and how about you? We deeply apologize for your loss. We deeply apologize for your loss. We deeply apologize for your loss. We can't finish our proposal in time. We can't finish our proposal in time. We can't finish our proposal in time. I'm sorry I didn't come to your wedding. I'm sorry I didn't come to your wedding. I'm sorry I didn't come to your wedding. If it hadn't rained, I would have done it. If it hadn't rained, I would have done it. If it hadn't rained, I would have done it. Is it in good condition? Is it in good condition? Is it in good condition? I've just finished work. I've just finished work. I've just finished work. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. They're 30% off. They're 30% off. They're 30% off. I think I've filled in everything correctly. I think I've filled in everything correctly. I think I've filled in everything correctly. I can't express how sorry I am. I can't express how sorry I am. I can't express how sorry I am. I didn't bring very much money with me. I didn't bring very much money with me. I didn't bring very much money with me. I don't think we should get engaged yet. I don't think we should get engaged yet. I don't think we should get engaged yet. When does the next bus to Narita leave? When does the next bus to Narita leave? When does the next bus to Narita leave? How much will it be? How much will that be? How much will it be? Let's play it by ear. Let's play it by ear. Let's play it by ear. He's a people person. He's a people person. He's a people person. This joke has gone a little too far. This joke has gone a little too far. This joke has gone a little too far. Don't be uneasy about the consequence. Don't be uneasy about the consequence. Don't be uneasy about the consequence. Could I have those 2 tickets, please? Could I have those 2 tickets, please? Could I have those 2 tickets, please? What is worth doing is worth doing well. What is worth doing is worth doing well. What is worth doing is worth doing well. Do you know where I can get a taxi? Do you know where I can get a taxi? Do you know where I can get a taxi? We'll have 2 glasses of water, please. We'll have 2 glasses of water, please. We'll have 2 glasses of water, please. I'm at a loss as to what to do. I'm at a loss as to what to do. I'm at a loss as to what to do. He's on vacation until next week. He's on vacation until next week. He's on vacation until next week. I can't make any exceptions for you. I can't make any exceptions for you. I can't make any exceptions for you. Is it all right to park my car there? Is it all right to park my car there? Is it all right to park my car there? I will go and check it out immediately. I will go and check it out immediately. I will go and check it out immediately. I'd like to have a Chinese interpreter. I'd like to have a Chinese interpreter. I'd like to have a Chinese interpreter. Where is the closest Italian restaurant? Where is the closest Italian restaurant? Where is the closest Italian restaurant? We are very sorry. We are very sorry. We are very sorry. The service is terrible. The service is terrible. The service is terrible. He earned $30. He earned $30. He earned $30. Nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too. What are you reading about? What are you reading about? What are you reading about? She teaches foreign students Chinese. She teaches foreign students Chinese. She teaches foreign students Chinese. Words can't express what I felt then. Words can't express what I felt then. Words can't express what I felt then. The machines will not operate properly. The machines will not operate properly. The machines will not operate properly. She guided the tourists around the castle. She guided the tourists around the castle. She guided the tourists around the castle. It's odd that they didn't reply our letter. It's odd that they didn't reply our letter. It's odd that they didn't reply our letter. Yes, I will have a beer, please. Yes, I will have a beer, please. Yes, I will have a beer, please. Do you mind if I ask you a favor? Do you mind if I ask you a favor? Do you mind if I ask you a favor? Let's meet tomorrow at 76:30. Let's meet tomorrow at 76:30. Let's meet tomorrow at 76:30. The fastest way is to take a cab. The fastest way is to take a cab. The fastest way is to take a cab. I haven't seen you for a long time. I haven't seen you for a long time. I haven't seen you for a long time. I'm a tutor for 3 times a week. I'm a tutor for 3 times a week. I'm a tutor for 3 times a week. I just changed it 10 minutes ago. I just changed it 10 minutes ago. I just changed it 10 minutes ago. I want a guide who speaks Chinese. I want a guide who speaks Chinese. I want a guide who speaks Chinese. I work at a bookstore as a cashier. I work at a bookstore as a cashier. I work at a bookstore as a cashier. It is always a pleasure to serve you. It is always a pleasure to serve you. It is always a pleasure to serve you. What time can we make a reservation? What time can we make a reservation? What time can we make a reservation? We will be delighted to offer this job. We will be delighted to offer this job. We will be delighted to offer this job. It was just too all. It was just too all. It was just too all. Do you need to bathe them? Do you need to bathe them? Do you need to bathe them? What channel is it on? What channel is it on? What channel is it on? He's absolutely smitten. He's absolutely smitten. He's absolutely smitten. I'll transfer your call. I'll transfer your call. I'll transfer your call. I would like to wash the clothes for you. I would like to wash the clothes for you. I would like to wash the clothes for you. The truth is quite other than what you think. The truth is quite other than what you think. The truth is quite other than what you think. I'd like to buy a phone card, please. I'd like to buy a phone card, please. I'd like to buy a phone card, please. I can't express how grateful I am. I can't express how grateful I am. I can't express how grateful I am. The trains run 6 times an hour. The trains run 6 times an hour. The trains run 6 times an hour. I'm not satisfied with what you say. I'm not satisfied with what you say. I'm not satisfied with what you say. Is it all right if I open the window? Is it all right if I open the window? Is it all right if I open the window? You forgot to turn the television off. You forgot to turn the television off. You forgot to turn the television off. How do I get to the American Embassy? How do I get to the American Embassy? How do I get to the American Embassy? I hope you enjoy your stay with us. I hope you enjoy your stay with us. I hope you enjoy your stay with us. It's the hottest day I've had so far. It's the hottest day I've had so far. It's the hottest day I've had so far. You can't go in no matter who you are. You can't go in no matter who you are. You can't go in no matter who you are. How peaceful and beautiful the country is. How peaceful and beautiful the country is. How peaceful and beautiful the country is. He treats me as if I'm his enemy. He treats me as if I'm his enemy. He treats me as if I'm his enemy. Help me set up the table, will you? Help me set up the table, will you? Help me set up the table, will you? I called, but your line was engaged. I called, but your line was engaged. I called, but your line was engaged. What time is the next bus to Narita? What time is the next bus to Narita? What time is the next bus to Narita? I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Do you have time to answer a question? Do you have time to answer a question? Do you have time to answer a question? The sad story really brought me down. The sad story really brought me down. The sad story really brought me down. I'm in a swing band. I'm in a swing band. I'm in a swing band. What's the regular price? What's the regular price? What's the regular price? I'll accept your offer. I'll accept your offer. I'll accept your offer. Yes, I felt relieved to hear that. Yes, I felt relieved to hear that. Yes, I felt relieved to hear that. I don't feel satisfied with my life. I don't feel satisfied with my life. I don't feel satisfied with my life. What are your plans after graduation? What are your plans after graduation? What are your plans after graduation? I'm telling you this from my experience. I'm telling you this from my experience. I'm telling you this from my experience. We can't give you any special treatment. We can't give you any special treatment. We can't give you any special treatment. I have one daughter in elementary school. I have one daughter in elementary school. I have one daughter in elementary school. It would have been better to have asked him. It would have been better to have asked him. It would have been better to have asked him. I'm a reading volunteer. I'm a reading volunteer. I'm a reading volunteer. These tablets should help. These tablets should help. These tablets should help. I'm looking for a bag. I'm looking for a bag. I'm looking for a bag. I'll take one of those. I'll take one of those. I'll take one of those. Peck is on line 1. Peck is on line 1. Peck is on line 1. I was raised Catholic. I was raised Catholic. I was raised Catholic. She was injured badly in the accident. She was injured badly in the accident. She was injured badly in the accident. They stared at the huge tiger with awe. They stared at the huge tiger with awe. They stared at the huge tiger with awe. I determined that nothing should be changed. I determined that nothing should be changed. I determined that nothing should be changed. I've heard Taipei is a beautiful place. I've heard Taipei is a beautiful place. I've heard Taipei is a beautiful place. Extension 821, please. Extension 821, please. Extension 821, please. How much do I pay to go to line? How much do I pay to go to line? How much do I pay to go to line? Yes, I have an appointment with her. Yes, I have an appointment with her. Yes, I have an appointment with her. I'd like this one and that one, please. I'd like this one and that one, please. I'd like this one and that one, please. I have other business to take care of. I have other business to take care of. I have other business to take care of. Thanks so much for inviting us today. Thanks so much for inviting us today. Thanks so much for inviting us today. Do you have any tickets for the concert? Do you have any tickets for the concert? Do you have any tickets for the concert? I will never find another girl like you. I will never find another girl like you. I will never find another girl like you. My wife's secretly dating someone else. My wife's secretly dating someone else. My wife's secretly dating someone else. Would you like to go to the movies with me? Would you like to go to the movies with me? Would you like to go to the movies with me? Are you taking any medication regularly? Are you taking any medication regularly? Are you taking any medication regularly? What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite movie? Please go ahead to eat. Please go ahead to eat. Please go ahead to eat. It's due on the 30th. It's due on the 30th. It's due on the 30th. I have lots of money. I have lots of money. I have lots of money. Our honeymoon was bliss. Our honeymoon was bliss. Our honeymoon was bliss. I've heard of that before. I've heard of that before. I've heard of that before. When are you getting married? When are you getting married? When are you getting married? I go to school by bike every day. I go to school by bike every day. I go to school by bike every day. I'm looking forward to a prompt reply. I'm looking forward to a prompt reply. I'm looking forward to a prompt reply. The doctor is taking my blood pressure. The doctor is taking my blood pressure. The doctor is taking my blood pressure. All characters in the book are imaginary. All characters in the book are imaginary. All characters in the book are imaginary. The bat together with the balls was stolen. The bat together with the balls was stolen. The bat together with the balls was stolen. We're planning a tour to Italy this summer. We're planning a tour to Italy this summer. We're planning a tour to Italy this summer. I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't want to hear any excuses. He got fired because he was lazy. He got fired because he was lazy. He got fired because he was lazy. Don't lie because I saw what you do. Don't lie because I saw what you do. Don't lie because I saw what you do. I don't know what he is trying to do. I don't know what he is trying to do. I don't know what he is trying to do. Is it all right to park my car here? Is it all right to park my car here? Is it all right to park my car here? Could you tell me what time is it now? Could you tell me what time is it now? Could you tell me what time is it now? Don't complain and do as you are told. Don't complain and do as you are told. Don't complain and do as you are told. I can't get over because of losing you. I can't get over because of losing you. I can't get over because of losing you. Could we have a table close to the bed? Could we have a table close to the bed? Could we have a table close to the bed? Would you like to have a drink after work? Would you like to have a drink after work? Would you like to have a drink after work? What kind of things are you interested in? What kind of things are you interested in? What kind of things are you interested in? Is there a Mexican restaurant around here? Is there a Mexican restaurant around here? Is there a Mexican restaurant around here? This dessert is tasty. This dessert is tasty. This dessert is tasty. It's rocky like the earth. It's rocky like the earth. It's rocky like the earth. Let's play hooky today. Let's play hooky today. Let's play hooky today. What do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? I'm throwing in the towel. I'm throwing in the towel. I'm throwing in the towel. Sorry, I thought you were someone else. Sorry, I thought you were someone else. Sorry, I thought you were someone else. After a pause, he continued his story. After a pause, he continued his story. After a pause, he continued his story. This is a good example of his poetry. This is a good example of his poetry. This is a good example of his poetry. Do you really have an ear for pop music? Do you really have an ear for pop music? Do you really have an ear for pop music? Have you cleared your luggage with customs? Have you cleared your luggage with customs? Have you cleared your luggage with customs? I still have a lot of things to buy. I still have a lot of things to buy. I still have a lot of things to buy. I can't stop myself from loving you. I can't stop myself from loving you. I can't stop myself from loving you. Would you like to go to a show with me? Would you like to go to a show with me? Would you like to go to a show with me? I've got the feeling that Jane likes me. I've got the feeling that Jane likes me. I've got the feeling that Jane likes me. My daughter had a homestay in America. My daughter had a homestay in America. My daughter had a homestay in America. It will take me longer than 10 minutes. It will take me longer than 10 minutes. It will take me longer than 10 minutes. We look forward to hearing from you soon. We look forward to hearing from you soon. We look forward to hearing from you soon. We look forward to your favorable reply. We look forward to your favorable reply. We look forward to your favorable reply. There are many beautiful villages in India. There are many beautiful villages in India. There are many beautiful villages in India. I'm totally tone deaf. I'm totally tone deaf. I'm totally tone deaf. What shall I wear today? What shall I wear today? What shall I wear today? How about a rain check? How about a rain check? How about a rain check? What he likes best is making jokes. What he likes best is making jokes. What he likes best is making jokes. We can eat Mexican or Chinese food. We can eat Mexican or Chinese food. We can eat Mexican or Chinese food. Sorry, I'm a stranger here, too. Sorry, I'm a stranger here, too. Sorry, I'm a stranger here, too. I usually go to the gym after work. I usually go to the gym after work. I usually go to the gym after work. It is regrettable that I broke the glass. It is regrettable that I broke the glass. It is regrettable that I broke the glass. I'd appreciate it if you could consider it. I'd appreciate it if you could consider it. I'd appreciate it if you could consider it. What I meant was. What I meant was. What I meant was. I've got the blues today. I've got the blues today. I've got the blues today. Could you wait for me, please? Could you wait for me, please? Could you wait for me, please? Sorry, I'm tied up. Sorry, I'm tied up. Sorry, I'm tied up. I have a large collection of CDs. I have a large collection of CDs. I have a large collection of CDs. I will seek from my doctor's advice. I will seek from my doctor's advice. I will seek from my doctor's advice. We should save unnecessary expenses. We should save unnecessary expenses. We should save unnecessary expenses. To tell the truth, I don't like disco. To tell the truth, I don't like disco. To tell the truth, I don't like disco. Somebody is always complaining to others. Somebody is always complaining to others. Somebody is always complaining to others. I'm going to report you to our boss. I'm going to report you to our boss. I'm going to report you to our boss. Can I drop off the car in the station? Can I drop off the car in the station? Can I drop off the car in the station? Do you have any brothers or sisters? Do you have any brothers or sisters? Do you have any brothers or sisters? Don't make such stupid mistakes again. Don't make such stupid mistakes again. Don't make such stupid mistakes again. Your mom showed me your baby pictures. Your mom showed me your baby pictures. Your mom showed me your baby pictures. I can't bear it anymore. I can't bear it anymore. I can't bear it anymore. I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. Money's tight these days. Money's tight these days. Money's tight these days. 2 adult tickets, please. 2 adult tickets, please. 2 adult tickets, please. How do you like Japan? How do you like Japan? How do you like Japan? So far, so good. So far, so good. So far, so good. A bad workman quarrels with his tools. A bad workman quarrels with his tools. A bad workman quarrels with his tools. If you would only try, you could do it. If you would only try, you could do it. If you would only try, you could do it. It is $11.52. It is $11.52. It is $11.52. Changing jobs is the only way out. Changing jobs is the only way out. Changing jobs is the only way out. I will go and take a look right away. I will go and take a look right away. I will go and take a look right away. What I meant was that he is very nice. What I meant was that he is very nice. What I meant was that he is very nice. It's on the opposite side of City Hall. It's on the opposite side of City Hall. It's on the opposite side of City Hall. Please accept our sincere apologies. Please accept our sincere apologies. Please accept our sincere apologies. She feel uncomfortable around strangers. She feel uncomfortable around strangers. She feel uncomfortable around strangers. Could you recommend a good restaurant near here? Could you recommend a good restaurant near here? Could you recommend a good restaurant near here? I wasn't born yesterday. I wasn't born yesterday. I wasn't born yesterday. Please write me a letter. Please write me a letter. Please write me a letter. The grass is moist early in the morning. The grass is moist early in the morning. The grass is moist early in the morning. He has no sense of responsibility. He has no sense of responsibility. He has no sense of responsibility. Do you have any sightseeing bus tours? Do you have any sightseeing bus tours? Do you have any sightseeing bus tours? Have you gotten used to life in America? Have you gotten used to life in America? Have you gotten used to life in America? 15 divided by 3 equals 5. 15 divided by 3 equals 5. 15 divided by 3 equals 5. I appreciate John's helping in time. I appreciate John's helping in time. I appreciate John's helping in time. Can you adapt yourself to the new job? Can you adapt yourself to the new job? Can you adapt yourself to the new job? Would you like to go to a party with me? Would you like to go to a party with me? Would you like to go to a party with me? Place the sushi in some soy sauce. Place the sushi in some soy sauce. Place the sushi in some soy sauce. It is not clear to us what you meant. It is not clear to us what you meant. It is not clear to us what you meant. I don't have any enthusiasm for life. I don't have any enthusiasm for life. I don't have any enthusiasm for life. This is the happiest moment in my life. This is the happiest moment in my life. This is the happiest moment in my life. This is the reason why you can't give up. This is the reason why you can't give up. This is the reason why you can't give up. I have nothing particular to talk about. I have nothing particular to talk about. I have nothing particular to talk about. I wonder where that smell is coming from. I wonder where that smell is coming from. I wonder where that smell is coming from. Are there any good programs on television? Are there any good programs on television? Are there any good programs on television? I'll just have a bite. I'll just have a bite. I'll just have a bite. I prefer Chinese food. I prefer Chinese food. I prefer Chinese food. He'll certainly go far. He'll certainly go far. He'll certainly go far. I think it already helped. I think it already helped. I think it already helped. This is really confusing. This is really confusing. This is really confusing. There was a fog warning. There was a fog warning. There was a fog warning. I wish someone loved me. I wish someone loved me. I wish someone loved me. He was a perfectionist. He was a perfectionist. He was a perfectionist. I like to go bar hopping. I like to go bar hopping. I like to go bar hopping. I'm so tired, thus let's finish up. I'm so tired, thus let's finish up. I'm so tired, thus let's finish up. I want to make all your dreams come true. I wanna make all your dreams come true. I wanna make all your dreams come true. Do you happen to know Mary's phone number? Do you happen to know Mary's phone number? Do you happen to know Mary's phone number? Thank you very much for your cooperation. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Not everything follows the rules of logic. Not everything follows the rules of logic. Not everything follows the rules of logic. Think it over carefully before you decide. Think it over carefully before you decide. Think it over carefully before you decide. Who is your favorite team? Who is your favorite team? Who is your favorite team? It's paramount, in fact. It's paramount, in fact. It's paramount, in fact. I'll never let you down. I'll never let you down. I'll never let you down. How long is your commute? How long is your commute? How long is your commute? I am on my way to the grocery store. I am on my way to the grocery store. I am on my way to the grocery store. There is no one but hopes to be rich. There is no one but hopes to be rich. There is no one but hopes to be rich. It's best to be as safe as possible. It's best to be as safe as possible. It's best to be as safe as possible. We are writing in response to your letter. We are writing in response to your letter. We are writing in response to your letter. That's such an old game. That's such an old game. That's such an old game. I've got 2 left feet. I've got 2 left feet. I've got 2 left feet. What are you watching now? What are you watching now? What are you watching now? We are interested in this. We are interested in this. We are interested in this. It was nice knowing you. It was nice knowing you. It was nice knowing you. Which novel is that from? Which novel is that from? Which novel is that from? Euros to dollars, please. Euros to dollars, please. Euros to dollars, please. Is the pricing the same? Is the pricing the same? Is the pricing the same? It's 1:45. It's 1:45. It's 1:45. That's my star sign. That's my star sign. That's my star sign. There'll be some sport reviews on TV. There'll be some sport reviews on TV. There'll be some sport reviews on TV. I wouldn't go home early if I were you. I wouldn't go home early if I were you. I wouldn't go home early if I were you. Do you think you'll be back by 1 p.m.? Do you think you'll be back by 1 p.m.? Do you think you'll be back by 1 p.m.? I'm at a loss as to what to say. I'm at a loss as to what to say. I'm at a loss as to what to say. It is as if I had done something wrong. It is as if I had done something wrong. It is as if I had done something wrong. I can't recover from breaking up with you. I can't recover from breaking up with you. I can't recover from breaking up with you. What's the price of a ticket to Stockholm? What's the price of a ticket to Stockholm? What's the price of a ticket to Stockholm? Could you give me directions to the hotel? Could you give me directions to the hotel? Could you give me directions to the hotel? There are 4 more miles before Kolkata. There are 4 more miles before Kolkata. There are 4 more miles before Kolkata. I'd like to eat at 5th Street Restaurant. I'd like to eat at 5th Street Restaurant. I'd like to eat at 5th Street Restaurant. We apologize for this. We apologize for this. We apologize for this. We were also told that. We are also told that. We were also told that. The amendment provides that. The amendment provides that. The amendment provides that. Your English is excellent. Your English is excellent. Your English is excellent. I planted some flowers. I planted some flowers. I planted some flowers. I'm sneezing and coughing. I'm sneezing and coughing. I'm sneezing and coughing. I can give you a number of excuses. I can give you a number of excuses. I can give you a number of excuses. It seemed as if there was no way out. It seemed as if there was no way out. It seemed as if there was no way out. She is standing in the front of the bus. She is standing in the front of the bus. She is standing in the front of the bus. I need a boss who I can look up to. I need a boss who I can look up to. I need a boss who I can look up to. I don't see why it is not all right. I don't see why it is not all right. I don't see why it is not all right. I will cook if you do the dishes, deal? I will cook if you do the dishes, deal? I will cook if you do the dishes, deal? You see, we need to stay competitive. You see, we need to stay competitive. You see, we need to stay competitive. This is no good at all. This is no good at all. This is no good at all. May I speak to Sato? May I speak to Sato? May I speak to Sato? Linda speaks as if she were a boss. Linda speaks as if she were a boss. Linda speaks as if she were a boss. Learning English is like building a house. Learning English is like building a house. Learning English is like building a house. My son died, now I feel empty. My son died, now I feel empty. My son died, now I feel empty. Would you tell me what the next stop is? Would you tell me what the next stop is? Would you tell me what the next stop is? How long will you be staying in Houston? How long will you be staying in Houston? How long will you be staying in Houston? What's the easiest way to get to Beijing? What's the easiest way to get to Beijing? What's the easiest way to get to Beijing? Are you here on business or for pleasure? Are you here on business or for pleasure? Are you here on business or for pleasure? It's exactly the way I thought it would be. It's exactly the way I thought it would be. It's exactly the way I thought it would be. We agree with you on the following issues. We agree with you on the following issues. We agree with you on the following issues. We would appreciate receiving your comments. We would appreciate receiving your comments. We would appreciate receiving your comments. These flowers are for you. These flowers are for you. These flowers are for you. We hope that you will come. We hope that you will come. We hope that you will come. It needs a bit of work. It needs a bit of work. It needs a bit of work. I felt dizzy and tired. I felt dizzy and tired. I felt dizzy and tired. I'll do it my own way. I'll do it my own way. I'll do it my own way. It may sound strange, but it's true. It may sound strange, but it's true. It may sound strange, but it's true. I don't have any idea what's going on. I don't have any idea what's going on. I don't have any idea what's going on. I'm sorry I'm going to be a little late. I'm sorry I'm going to be a little late. I'm sorry I'm going to be a little late. Are you trying to make a fool out of me? Are you trying to make a fool out of me? Are you trying to make a fool out of me? There is no reason to be jealous of me. There is no reason to be jealous of me. There is no reason to be jealous of me. Television has its good and bad points. Television has its good and bad points. Television has its good and bad points. This machine is too difficult to operate. This machine is too difficult to operate. This machine is too difficult to operate. It's too spicy for me. It's too spicy for me. It's too spicy for me. We are confident of this. We are confident of this. We are confident of this. Is that negotiable at all? Is that negotiable at all? Is that negotiable at all? Don't be a blabbermouth. Don't be a blabbermouth. Don't be a blabbermouth. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. I have a slight fever. I have a slight fever. I have a slight fever. Let's look it up online. Let's look it up online. Let's look it up online. Where did you end up going? Where did you end up going? Where did you end up going? What's your plan for the summer vacation? What's your plan for the summer vacation? What's your plan for the summer vacation? No, he came to see me himself. No, he came to see me himself. No, he came to see me himself. Try to see it from my point of view. Try to see it from my point of view. Try to see it from my point of view. We are enclosing a copy of certificate. We are enclosing a copy of certificate. We are enclosing a copy of certificate. He doesn't care about anyone but himself. He doesn't care about anyone but himself. He doesn't care about anyone but himself. She hasn't bitten me yet. She hasn't bitten me yet. She hasn't bitten me yet. Tammy eats like a bird. Tammy eats like a bird. Tammy eats like a bird. What did you cook for dinner? What did you cook for dinner? What did you cook for dinner? This is the last straw. This is the last straw. This is the last straw. I won't buy that story. I won't buy that story. I won't buy that story. He was very persuasive. He was very persuasive. He was very persuasive. May I use your bathroom? May I use your bathroom? May I use your bathroom? I'll graduate next year. I'll graduate next year. I'll graduate next year. Does anyone speak Spanish? Does anyone speak Spanish? Does anyone speak Spanish? It is an excellent novel in every way. It is an excellent novel in every way. It is an excellent novel in every way. You may pick whichever one you like best. You may pick whichever one you like best. You may pick whichever one you like best. This question is too complicated for me. This question is too complicated for me. This question is too complicated for me. They insisted on staying rather than going. They insisted on staying rather than going. They insisted on staying rather than going. Do you know how to get to that station? Do you know how to get to that station? Do you know how to get to that station? It's outside on the left-hand side. It's outside on the left-hand side. It's outside on the left-hand side. I'd like to propose a toast to Smith. I'd like to propose a toast to Smith. I'd like to propose a toast to Smith. I love Rose from the bottom of my heart. I love Rose from the bottom of my heart. I love Rose from the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry all the tables are booked tonight. I'm sorry all the tables are booked tonight. I'm sorry all the tables are booked tonight. Did you go on a honeymoon? Did you go on a honeymoon? Did you go on a honeymoon? Jane has grown on me. Jane has grown on me. Jane has grown on me. You're welcome to stay with us next time. You're welcome to stay with us next time. You're welcome to stay with us next time. I've never been as happy as I am now. I've never been as happy as I am now. I've never been as happy as I am now. Let's not try to improve the results. Let's not try to improve the results. Let's not try to improve the results. Can you point to where I am on this map? Can you point to where I am on this map? Can you point to where I am on this map? My face feels itchy. My face feels itchy. My face feels itchy. Sightseeing is exhausting. Sightseeing is exhausting. Sightseeing is exhausting. I have a few pictures. I have a few pictures. I have a few pictures. This is a phone recording. This is a phone recording. This is a phone recording. I can't make this machine run properly. I can't make this machine run properly. I can't make this machine run properly. It was your turn to wash them yesterday. It was your turn to wash them yesterday. It was your turn to wash them yesterday. Many people have been out of work recently. Many people have been out of work recently. Many people have been out of work recently. Well, I think it takes two to tango. Well, I think it takes two to tango. Well, I think it takes two to tango. I don't really know what is on his mind. I don't really know what is on his mind. I don't really know what is on his mind. May we take this occasion to remind you? May we take this occasion to remind you. May we take this occasion to remind you? This is nothing. You should see Toronto. This is nothing. You should see Toronto. This is nothing. You should see Toronto. You can do anything if you are so minded. You can do anything if you are so minded. You can do anything if you are so minded. I don't have anything special to discuss. I don't have anything special to discuss. I don't have anything special to discuss. I'd like to change $100 note. I'd like to change $100 note. I'd like to change $100 note. Please feel free to make yourself at home. Please feel free to make yourself at home. Please feel free to make yourself at home. Are you going to take a plane or train? Are you going to take a plane or train? Are you going to take a plane or train? Could you be more specific? Could you be more specific? Could you be more specific? Let's just relax today. Let's just relax today. Let's just relax today. Have you had any interviews? Have you had any interviews? Have you had any interviews? Do you think that could happen? Do you think that could happen? Do you think that could happen? Even a child can answer this question. Even a child can answer this question. Even a child can answer this question. He is commonly supposed to be foolish. He is commonly supposed to be foolish. He is commonly supposed to be foolish. She feared staying alone in the farmhouse. She feared staying alone in the farmhouse. She feared staying alone in the farmhouse. They don't often have a bad day this year. They don't often have a bad day this year. They don't often have a bad day this year. Will you connect this wire to the television? Will you connect this wire to the television? Will you connect this wire to the television? He likes beer, but he doesn't like milk. He likes beer, but he doesn't like milk. He likes beer, but he doesn't like milk. Sorry, we don't accept credit cards. Sorry, we don't accept credit cards. Sorry, we don't accept credit cards. I'm not sure if I want to marry her. I'm not sure if I want to marry her. I'm not sure if I want to marry her. Let's all get together and act as one. Let's all get together and act as one. Let's all get together and act as one. You can't go back on your promise now. You can't go back on your promise now. You can't go back on your promise now. I'm afraid I've got urgent business now. I'm afraid I've got urgent business now. I'm afraid I've got urgent business now. Let's face it because you're no Einstein. Let's face it because you're no Einstein. Let's face it because you're no Einstein. It's just you so far. It's just you so far. It's just you so far. It's deep fried vegetables. It's deep fried vegetables. It's deep fried vegetables. He'll never let you down. He'll never let you down. He'll never let you down. Turn at the next corner. Turn at the next corner. Turn at the next corner. Are you seeing someone now? Are you seeing someone now? Are you seeing someone now? They're Skyping their friends. They're Skyping their friends. They're Skyping their friends. The doctor began to operate on the boy. The doctor began to operate on the boy. The doctor began to operate on the boy. Durant is talking to someone else now. Durant is talking to someone else now. Durant is talking to someone else now. I spent 2 hours watching television. I spent 2 hours watching television. I spent 2 hours watching television. Other people's opinions don't matter to me. Other people's opinions don't matter to me. Other people's opinions don't matter to me. We are sending you the contract separately. We are sending you the contract separately. We are sending you the contract separately. Can I make a suggestion? Can I make a suggestion? Can I make a suggestion? Would you ask him to call me back, please? Would you ask him to call me back, please? Would you ask him to call me back, please? I'm depressed because I lost my job. I'm depressed because I lost my job. I'm depressed because I lost my job. Tell him to his face that he's a liar. Tell him to his face that he's a liar. Tell him to his face that he's a liar. I don't know how to fill out this form. I don't know how to fill out this form. I don't know how to fill out this form. How long does it take to get downtown? How long does it take to get downtown? How long does it take to get downtown? I'm not concerned about what they may say. I'm not concerned about what they may say. I'm not concerned about what they may say. Don't attempt more than you are capable of. Don't attempt more than you are capable of. Don't attempt more than you are capable of. You should keep the book for future reference. You should keep the book for future reference. You should keep the book for future reference. Am I the first one here? Am I the first one here? Am I the first one here? I'll just go and get them. I'll just go and get them. I'll just go and get them. Do they serve it with anything? Do they serve it with anything? Do they serve it with anything? They charge $26 per day. They charge $26 per day. They charge $26 per day. Put your seatbelt on. Put your seatbelt on. Put your seatbelt on. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you again. Why don't you Google it? Why don't you Google it? Why don't you Google it? I do not care whether it rains or not. I do not care whether it rains or not. I do not care whether it rains or not. I am looking forward to your early reply. I am looking forward to your early reply. I am looking forward to your early reply. I can't get along on my scanty pay. I can't get along on my scanty pay. I can't get along on my scanty pay. Baseball grew on me as I grew older. Baseball grew on me as I grew older. Baseball grew on me as I grew older. I hope you will be more positive overall. I hope you will be more positive overall. I hope you will be more positive overall. Don't forget to bring something back for me. Don't forget to bring something back for me. Don't forget to bring something back for me. Nevertheless, we will do everything we can. Nevertheless, we will do everything we can. Nevertheless, we will do everything we can. You should put a little more effort into it. You should put a little more effort into it. You should put a little more effort into it. What was the actual score? What was the actual score? What was the actual score? It's absolutely delicious. It's absolutely delicious. It's absolutely delicious. It takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. I really need your advice. I really need your advice. I really need your advice. I can express myself in good English. I can express myself in good English. I can express myself in good English. You can kill two birds with one stone. You can kill two birds with one stone. You can kill two birds with one stone. He hired a workman to repair the fence. He hired a workman to repair the fence. He hired a workman to repair the fence. I could say nothing but that I was sorry. I could say nothing but that I was sorry. I could say nothing but that I was sorry. Try to look on the bright side of things. Try to look on the bright side of things. Try to look on the bright side of things. On a first-come, first-served basis. On a first-come, first-served basis. On a first-come, first-served basis. How long does it take to get to Beijing? How long does it take to get to Beijing? How long does it take to get to Beijing? Don't say that kind of thing so loudly. Don't say that kind of thing so loudly. Don't say that kind of thing so loudly. Don't think you can make a fool out of me. Don't think you can make a fool out of me. Don't think you can make a fool out of me. It may be unbelievable, but it's the truth. It may be unbelievable, but it's the truth. It may be unbelievable, but it's the truth. You can do anything if you really want to. You can do anything if you really want to. You can do anything if you really want to. Don't forget to lock the door when you leave. Don't forget to lock the door when you leave. Don't forget to lock the door when you leave. There are several big airports in New York. There are several big airports in New York. There are several big airports in New York. Congratulations on your complete recovery. Congratulations on your complete recovery. Congratulations on your complete recovery. We discovered that you are a terrific learner. We discovered that you are a terrific learner. We discovered that you are a terrific learner. Do you do any volunteering? Do you do any volunteering? Do you do any volunteering? I want to send this package to Canada. I want to send this package to Canada. I want to send this package to Canada. I can't find my whiteout. I can't find my whiteout. I can't find my whiteout. Could you exchange this, please? Could you exchange this, please? Could you exchange this, please? At the Washington Hotel. At the Washington Hotel. At the Washington Hotel. I better get it wrapped up. I'd better get it wrapped up. I better get it wrapped up. I was born in America. I was born in America. I was born in America. I have low blood pressure. I have low blood pressure. I have low blood pressure. Bob has always had a crush on Lucy. Bob has always had a crush on Lucy. Bob has always had a crush on Lucy. I have a lot in common with my sister. I have a lot in common with my sister. I have a lot in common with my sister. His cake is 3 times bigger than mine. His cake is 3 times bigger than mine. His cake is 3 times bigger than mine. The test finished and we begin our holiday. The test finished and we begin our holiday. The test finished and we begin our holiday. We'll take our holidays sometime in August. We'll take our holiday sometime in August. We'll take our holidays sometime in August. Who in particular would you like to talk to? Who in particular would you like to talk to? Who in particular would you like to talk to? Congratulations on the birth of your child. Congratulations on the birth of your child. Congratulations on the birth of your child. Dogs are very affectionate. Dogs are very affectionate. Dogs are very affectionate. I'd like to keep it neutral. I'd like to keep it neutral. I'd like to keep it neutral. What are the next steps? What are the next steps? What are the next steps? Could you direct me to the station, please? Could you direct me to the station, please? Could you direct me to the station, please? The doctor's words made him feel comfortable. The doctor's words made him feel comfortable. The doctor's words made him feel comfortable. I can smell your perfume a mile away. I can smell your perfume a mile away. I can smell your perfume a mile away. It was a waste of time talking to him. It was a waste of time talking to him. It was a waste of time talking to him. How much does it cost to get to Munich? How much does it cost to get to Munich? How much does it cost to get to Munich? No, all the rooms are booked for tonight. No, all the rooms are booked for tonight. No, all the rooms are booked for tonight. We need to know who's buying our products. We need to know who's buying our products. We need to know who's buying our products. Do you want to join us? Do you want to join us? Do you want to join us? Does anyone speak Japanese? Does anyone speak Japanese? Does anyone speak Japanese? They were glad of the examination being over. They were glad of the examination being over. They were glad of the examination being over. They are arguing over who should pay the bill. They are arguing over who should pay the bill. They are arguing over who should pay the bill. There are a lot of people in the swimming pool. There are a lot of people in the swimming pool. There are a lot of people in the swimming pool. The easiest way is to catch a taxi. The easiest way is to catch a taxi. The easiest way is to catch a taxi. We will continue to do all we can to. We will continue to do all we can to. We will continue to do all we can to. Sorry, I mistook you for someone else. Sorry, I mistook you for someone else. Sorry, I mistook you for someone else. How many stops are there to the station? How many stops are there to the station? How many stops are there to the station? He should be back in the office next week. He should be back in the office next week. He should be back in the office next week. Do you have change for $100? Do you have change for $100? Do you have change for $100? This refers to your letter. This refers to your letter. This refers to your letter. She's an absolute sweetheart. She's an absolute sweetheart. She's an absolute sweetheart. I bought it at that store. I bought it at that store. I bought it at that store. Do you have anything like that? Do you have anything like that? Do you have anything like that? What have you bought online then? What have you bought online then? What have you bought online then? Can I park my car there? Can I park my car there? Can I park my car there? If it's all right with you. If it's all right with you. If it's all right with you. He has to take care of his sick mother. He has to take care of his sick mother. He has to take care of his sick mother. I fell in love with her at first sight. I fell in love with her at first sight. I fell in love with her at first sight. How much is the fare to Ghent University? How much is the fare to Ghent University? How much is the fare to Ghent University? You may rest assured this. You may rest assured this. You may rest assured this. I like your new hairstyle. I like your new hairstyle. I like your new hairstyle. I'm going to study abroad. I'm going to study abroad. I'm going to study abroad. Could we see a menu, please? Could we see a menu, please? Could we see a menu, please? I'm over budget this month. I'm over budget this month. I'm over budget this month. Could you call a doctor, please? Could you call a doctor, please? Could you call a doctor, please? We'll cheer for your team. We'll cheer for your team. We'll cheer for your team. Let's do a web search. Let's do a web search. Let's do a web search. My favorite writer is Goethe. My favorite writer is Goethe. My favorite writer is Goethe. He dare not tell us his evil conduct. He dare not tell us his evil conduct. He dare not tell us his evil conduct. Jack is the strongest boy in the class. Jack is the strongest boy in the class. Jack is the strongest boy in the class. In my opinion, we need to cut costs. In my opinion, we need to cut costs. In my opinion, we need to cut costs. Should I buy a red car or a blue car? Should I buy a red car or a blue car? Should I buy a red car or a blue car? Everyone is laughing at me behind my back. Everyone is laughing at me behind my back. Everyone is laughing at me behind my back. You've got to give them credit. You've got to give them credit. You've got to give them credit. Easy come, easy go. Easy come, easy go. Easy come, easy go. Please turn on the TV. Please turn on the TV. Please turn on the TV. It's 3:15. It's 3:15. It's 3:15. I'll have him call you back. I'll have him call you back. I'll have him call you back. Do you feel like going to that new disco? Do you feel like going to that new disco? Do you feel like going to that new disco? What time are you going to the bus station? What time are you going to the bus station? What time are you going to the bus station? I am told that you dance wonderfully well. I am told that you dance wonderfully well. I am told that you dance wonderfully well. I have had several conversations with him. I have had several conversations with him. I have had several conversations with him. The color of her dress suits her very well. The color of her dress suits her very well. The color of her dress suits her very well. What's the exchange rate for US dollars? What's the exchange rate for US dollars? What's the exchange rate for US dollars? We ran a race and I was the fastest. We ran a race and I was the fastest. We ran a race and I was the fastest. I'm still unable to decide what to do. I'm still unable to decide what to do. I'm still unable to decide what to do. Why don't we go to see a baseball game? Why don't we go to see a baseball game? Why don't we go to see a baseball game? I want to know more about it in detail. I want to know more about it in detail. I want to know more about it in detail. When did you join the team? When did you join the team? When did you join the team? I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. It's a mixed bag, really. It's a mixed bag, really. It's a mixed bag, really. What he says offends me. What he says offends me. What he says offends me. I'll do it no matter what. I'll do it no matter what. I'll do it no matter what. I cannot put up with my noisy roommates. I cannot put up with my noisy roommates. I cannot put up with my noisy roommates. I'm not sure whether I have locked the door. I'm not sure whether I have locked the door. I'm not sure whether I have locked the door. Beauty is only skin deep. Beauty is only skin deep. Beauty is only skin deep. The internet is addicting. The internet is addicting. The internet is addicting. The color is pretty standard. The color is pretty standard. The color is pretty standard. Do you have any plans for the long weekend? Do you have any plans for the long weekend? Do you have any plans for the long weekend? The letter X stands for an unknown number. The letter X stands for an unknown number. The letter X stands for an unknown number. There is an interesting film on Channel 1. There is an interesting film on Channel 1. There is an interesting film on Channel 1. Okay, I will pay you back next week. Okay, I will pay you back next week. Okay, I will pay you back next week. Please do not hesitate to contact us. Please do not hesitate to contact us. Please do not hesitate to contact us. We are very sorry that we missed the bus. We are very sorry that we missed the bus. We are very sorry that we missed the bus. The effect of this change will be to delay. The effect of this change will be to delay. The effect of this change will be to delay. Could you tell me how to get to the bathroom? Could you tell me how to get to the bathroom? Could you tell me how to get to the bathroom? Would you be interested in playing golf tomorrow? Would you be interested in playing golf tomorrow? Would you be interested in playing golf tomorrow? What are you going to try? What are you going to try? What are you going to try? I think it's really overrated. I think it's really overrated. I think it's really overrated. Could we have separate checks? Could we have separate checks? Could we have separate checks? When did you take them last? When did you take them last? When did you take them last? I've only dreamed about going. I've only dreamed about going. I've only dreamed about going. Do you mail them internationally? Do you mail them internationally? Do you mail them internationally? So are they on diets? So are they on diets? So are they on diets? I didn't really grow up there. I didn't really grow up there. I didn't really grow up there. It was a lazy, breezy autumn afternoon. It was a lazy, breezy autumn afternoon. It was a lazy, breezy autumn afternoon. Some people have compared books to friends. Some people have compared books to friends. Some people have compared books to friends. The mother sat the child at a little table. The mother sat the child at a little table. The mother sat the child at a little table. He had to choose between death and dishonor. He had to choose between death and dishonor. He had to choose between death and dishonor. Words can't express how sorry I am. Words can't express how sorry I am. Words can't express how sorry I am. Let's forget about work and have some fun. Let's forget about work and have some fun. Let's forget about work and have some fun. What I wanted to say was she looks pretty. What I wanted to say was she looks pretty. What I wanted to say was she looks pretty. Could you tell me what the next station is? Could you tell me what the next station is? Could you tell me what the next station is? This skirt and this blouse go together well. This skirt and this blouse go together well. This skirt and this blouse go together well. It looks like it might rain. It looks like it might rain. It looks like it might rain. My car is in the shop. My car is in the shop. My car is in the shop. Is he your favorite compasser? Is he your favorite compasser? Is he your favorite compasser? The doctor asked me to watch what I eat. The doctor asked me to watch what I eat. The doctor asked me to watch what I eat. He has a large circle of acquaintances. He has a large circle of acquaintances. He has a large circle of acquaintances. Are you thinking of getting one? Are you thinking of getting one? Are you thinking of getting one? Please be advised that. Please be advised that. Please be advised that. This Friday, if possible. This Friday, if possible. This Friday, if possible. Trust me, the game is really worth playing. Trust me, the game is really worth playing. Trust me, the game is really worth playing. They stopped talking when their boss came in. They stopped talking when their boss came in. They stopped talking when their boss came in. It is not clear to us what you intended. It is not clear to us what you intended. It is not clear to us what you intended. We sincerely apologize for your loss. We sincerely apologize for your loss. We sincerely apologize for your loss. I will do it regardless of circumstances. I will do it regardless of circumstances. I will do it regardless of circumstances. Do what I tell you to do without complaining. Do what I tell you to do without complaining. Do what I tell you to do without complaining. I've got a satellite dish. I've got a satellite dish. I've got a satellite dish. Something's wrong with my car. Something's wrong with my car. Something's wrong with my car. Can I see a medium, please? Can I see a medium, please? Can I see a medium, please? What's your favorite quotation? What's your favorite quotation? What's your favorite quotation? I'll get your party for you. I'll get your party for you. I'll get your party for you. I don't know how to apologize to you. I don't know how to apologize to you. I don't know how to apologize to you. I've never been so happy. I've never been so happy. I've never been so happy. It's his most famous work. It's his most famous work. It's his most famous work. It's 150 yen. It's 150 yen. It's 150 yen. Do you have a call from Miller? Do you have a call from Miller? Do you have a call from Miller? I haven't heard from her for a long time. I haven't heard from her for a long time. I haven't heard from her for a long time. The doctor advised me to give up smoking. The doctor advised me to give up smoking. The doctor advised me to give up smoking. She runs every day in order to lose weight. She runs every day in order to lose weight. She runs every day in order to lose weight. He bothered me with a great many questions. He bothered me with a great many questions. He bothered me with a great many questions. The sight of the dead body scared him stiff. The sight of the dead body scared him stiff. The sight of the dead body scared him stiff. I'm thinking of hanging the lamp from the ceiling. I'm thinking of hanging the lamp from the ceiling. I'm thinking of hanging the lamp from the ceiling. I'd like the address for the hotel, please. I'd like the address for the hotel, please. I'd like the address for the hotel, please. I don't know how to say it in English. I don't know how to say it in English. I don't know how to say it in English. I wish you were never a part of my life. I wish you were never a part of my life. I wish you were never a part of my life. Do you know of any post offices near here? Do you know of any post offices near here? Do you know of any post offices near here? I'd appreciate it if you could call me tonight. I'd appreciate it if you could call me tonight. I'd appreciate it if you could call me tonight. Are there any restaurants still open near here? Are there any restaurants still open near here? Are there any restaurants still open near here? It's been all over the news. It's been all over the news. It's been all over the news. He was a great little pet. He was a great little pet. He was a great little pet. We have a digital TV. We have a digital TV. We have a digital TV. Can I have a receipt, please? Can I have a receipt, please? Can I have a receipt, please? Where is the taxi stand? Where is the taxi stand? Where is the taxi stand? Congratulations on entering. Congratulations on entering. Congratulations on entering. This is room 501. This is room 501. This is room 501. Please say hello to John. Please say hello to John. Please say hello to John. Where did you learn Japanese? Where did you learn Japanese? Where did you learn Japanese? Do you still go to church? Do you still go to church? Do you still go to church? He has a nice sum of money put away. He has a nice sum of money put away. He has a nice sum of money put away. I will be back by the end of next month. I will be back by the end of next month. I will be back by the end of next month. His previous attempts had been unsuccessful. His previous attempts had been unsuccessful. His previous attempts had been unsuccessful. They plan to immigrate to Finland next year. They plan to immigrate to Finland next year. They plan to immigrate to Finland next year. We need more than listening. We need action. We need more than listening. We need action. We need more than listening. We need action. No, I will be home at the usual time. No, I will be home at the usual time. No, I will be home at the usual time. How soon is the next bus to Shanghai? How soon is the next bus to Shanghai? How soon is the next bus to Shanghai? Isn't there any way you can patch things up? Isn't there any way you can patch things up? Isn't there any way you can patch things up? What are you going to do after you graduate? What are you going to do after you graduate? What are you going to do after you graduate? You didn't finish your report on time again. You didn't finish your report on time again. You didn't finish your report on time again. When do the playoffs start? When do the playoffs start? When do the playoffs start? Would you mind posing with me? Would you mind posing with me? Would you mind posing with me? Could you wrap them up separately? Could you wrap them up separately? Could you wrap them up separately? I don't think it will lead to a good result. I don't think it will lead to a good result. I don't think it will lead to a good result. I'm happy to have been a part of your life. I'm happy to have been a part of your life. I'm happy to have been a part of your life. Let's try to make him forget his troubles. Let's try to make him forget his troubles. Let's try to make him forget his troubles. When is your first practice? When is your first practice? When is your first practice? Did you watch the football game? Did you watch the football game? Did you watch the football game? We understand that from him. We understand that from him. We understand that from him. That must be worth millions. That must be worth millions. That must be worth millions. It was good talking to you. It was good talking to you. It was good talking to you. Well, all joking aside. Well, all joking aside. Well, all joking aside. They're quite nice, aren't they? They're quite nice, aren't they? They're quite nice, aren't they? It's only a party in honor of my birthday. It's only a party in honor of my birthday. It's only a party in honor of my birthday. I'd like to pick seashells this afternoon. I'd like to pick seashells this afternoon. I'd like to pick seashells this afternoon. Enclosed is a copy of marriage certificate. Enclosed is a copy of marriage certificate. Enclosed is a copy of marriage certificate. I can't stand that show. I can't stand that show. I can't stand that show. We are pleased to send you. We are pleased to send you. We are pleased to send you. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. I have to shave my beard. I have to shave my beard. I have to shave my beard. I'd like to make a withdrawal. I'd like to make a withdrawal. I'd like to make a withdrawal. I went to York University. I went to York University. I went to York University. Ducks know how to swim when they are born. Ducks know how to swim when they are born. Ducks know how to swim when they are born. May I have extension 637? May I have extension 637? May I have extension 637? Joe is always starting arguments with Sue. Joe is always starting arguments with Sue. Joe is always starting arguments with Sue. I agree with your suggestion. I agree with your suggestion. I agree with your suggestion. His work was revolutionary. His work was revolutionary. His work was revolutionary. Are you currently on a diet? Are you currently on a diet? Are you currently on a diet? Is this Jim's office? Is this Jim's office? Is this Jim's office? Could you pass the sugar, please? Could you pass the sugar, please? Could you pass the sugar, please? He sat with his arms across the chest. He sat with his arms across the chest. He sat with his arms across the chest. My grandpa died of hunger in the old days. My grandpa died of hunger in the old days. My grandpa died of hunger in the old days. I saw him playing football on the playground. I saw him playing football on the playground. I saw him playing football on the playground. The brain needs a continuous supply of blood. The brain needs a continuous supply of blood. The brain needs a continuous supply of blood. When is the last day I can pay for this? When is the last day I can pay for this? When is the last day I can pay for this? I'd really appreciate any help I could get. I'd really appreciate any help I could get. I'd really appreciate any help I could get. This skirt matches this blouse, doesn't it? This skirt matches this blouse, doesn't it? This skirt matches this blouse, doesn't it? We feel strongly that you need to work harder. We feel strongly that you need to work harder. We feel strongly that you need to work harder. We will enclose our photo. We will enclose our photo. We will enclose our photo. The walls are a bit tatty. The walls are a bit tatty. The walls are a bit tatty. I can't get into my work. I can't get into my work. I can't get into my work. Would you like to look through those? Would you like to look through those? Would you like to look through those? Where have you been in Japan? Where have you been in Japan? Where have you been in Japan? Where is the Canadian Embassy? Where is the Canadian Embassy? Where is the Canadian Embassy? How long have you been married? How long have you been married? How long have you been married? Our school covers 100 square meters. Our school covers 100 square meters. Our school covers 100 square meters. I can't learn the new songs fast enough. I can't learn the new songs fast enough. I can't learn the new songs fast enough. Will you be paying by cash or credit card? Will you be paying by cash or credit card? Will you be paying by cash or credit card? You will see it at the corner on your left. You will see it at the corner on your left. You will see it at the corner on your left. I'm not the kind of person who would do that. I'm not the kind of person who would do that. I'm not the kind of person who would do that. Please accept my sincerest condolences. Please accept my sincerest condolences. Please accept my sincerest condolences. You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. I'd rather have something sweet. I'd rather have something sweet. I'd rather have something sweet. I absolutely love moussaka. I absolutely love moussaka. I absolutely love moussaka. Is there a hospital near here? Is there a hospital near here? Is there a hospital near here? Breaking up is hard to do. Breaking up is hard to do. Breaking up is hard to do. Times have certainly changed. Times have certainly changed. Times have certainly changed. What's this one a picture of? What's this one a picture of? What's this one a picture of? John seldom gets together with his friends. John seldom gets together with his friends. John seldom gets together with his friends. They played a shameful part in the whole affair. They played a shameful part in the whole affair. They played a shameful part in the whole affair. I will cross my fingers and pray for you. I will cross my fingers and pray for you. I will cross my fingers and pray for you. It was thoughtless of me to do such a thing. It was thoughtless of me to do such a thing. It was thoughtless of me to do such a thing. I think it was Bleak House. I think it was Bleak House. I think it was Bleak House. Where is the airline's counter? Where is the airline's counter? Where is the airline's counter? Do you get much exercise? Do you get much exercise? Do you get much exercise? I need a low-maintenance cut. I need a low-maintenance cut. I need a low-maintenance cut. And have they lost any weight? And have they lost any weight? And have they lost any weight? Now she looks pale as if she were ill. Now she looks pale as if she were ill. Now she looks pale as if she were ill. Let me see your driver's license, please. Let me see your driver's license, please. Let me see your driver's license, please. I have no words to apologize to you. I have no words to apologize to you. I have no words to apologize to you. I'm not a liar and take your words back. I'm not a liar and take your words back. I'm not a liar and take your words back. If you're free, why don't we go out tonight? If you're free, why don't we go out tonight? If you're free, why don't we go out tonight? I was wondering what the next station is. I was wondering what the next station is. I was wondering what the next station is. Is it all right if I have another room key? Is it all right if I have another room key? Is it all right if I have another room key? Could you tell me how to fill out this form? Could you tell me how to fill out this form? Could you tell me how to fill out this form? Will this train stop at Waterfront Station? Will this train stop at Waterfront Station? Will this train stop at Waterfront Station? Everyone lies and there is nothing wrong with it. Everyone lies and there is nothing wrong with it. Everyone lies and there is nothing wrong with it. Do you have a white console? Do you have a white console? Do you have a white console? Which team are you supporting? Which team are you supporting? Which team are you supporting? It's about a 3-hour drive. It's about a 3-hour drive. It's about a 3-hour drive. He invented the first apple. He invented the first apple. He invented the first apple. Sorry, I'm new here too. Sorry, I'm new here too. Sorry, I'm new here too. You're not committed to buying it. You're not committed to buying it. You're not committed to buying it. There are lots of huge buildings in Beijing. There are lots of huge buildings in Beijing. There are lots of huge buildings in Beijing. We enjoyed driving along the new expressway. We enjoyed driving along the new expressway. We enjoyed driving along the new expressway. How do you like our English literature teacher? How do you like our English literature teacher? How do you like our English literature teacher? If you don't help me, I will turn you in. If you don't help me, I will turn you in. If you don't help me, I will turn you in. We are pleased to send you a job offer. We are pleased to send you a job offer. We are pleased to send you a job offer. Maybe we could join you later? Maybe we could join you later. Maybe we could join you later. Every dog has his day. Every dog has his day. Every dog has his day. They're a match made in heaven. They're a match made in heaven. They're a match made in heaven. He spent most of his life gathering money. He spent most of his life gathering money. He spent most of his life gathering money. Please give my best regards to your family. Please give my best regards to your family. Please give my best regards to your family. Do you have this shirt in a smaller size? Do you have this shirt in a smaller size? Do you have this shirt in a smaller size? I don't have much of an appetite these days. I don't have much of an appetite these days. I don't have much of an appetite these days. We are pleased to recommend this channel to you. We are pleased to recommend this channel to you. We are pleased to recommend this channel to you. You can accomplish anything if you believe in it. You can accomplish anything if you believe in it. You can accomplish anything if you believe in it. Dancing isn't really my thing. Dancing isn't really my thing. Dancing isn't really my thing. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue. This one looks more like it. This one looks more like it. This one looks more like it. Whichever you choose, you won't be satisfied. Whichever you choose, you won't be satisfied. Whichever you choose, you won't be satisfied. We've got to do something about the neighbor's dog. We've got to do something about the neighbor's dog. We've got to do something about the neighbor's dog. We are told that we need to fly to Porto. We are told that we need to fly to Porto. We are told that we need to fly to Porto. I don't even have time to catch my breath. I don't even have time to catch my breath. I don't even have time to catch my breath. You can always start small. You can always start small. You can always start small. It's raining cats and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs. This has a strong flavor. This has a strong flavor. This has a strong flavor. Think twice before you do it. Think twice before you do it. Think twice before you do it. Please stop bothering me. Please stop bothering me. Please stop bothering me. I'm confident I can do it. I'm confident I can do it. I'm confident I can do it. I recommend the sushi here. I recommend the sushi here. I recommend the sushi here. Let's go out to have a dinner, shall we? Let's go out to have a dinner, shall we? Let's go out to have a dinner, shall we? She intends to make teaching her profession. She intends to make teaching her profession. She intends to make teaching her profession. We are happy to send you this invitation. We are happy to send you this invitation. We are happy to send you this invitation. I watched a bit of TV. I watched a bit of TV. I watched a bit of TV. Don't be a backseat driver. Don't be a backseat driver. Don't be a backseat driver. I had an enjoyable childhood. I had an enjoyable childhood. I had an enjoyable childhood. There is hope so long as he is with us. There is hope so long as he is with us. There is hope so long as he is with us. Tony speaks English and he plays tennis. Tony speaks English and he plays tennis. Tony speaks English and he plays tennis. She sang perfectly in the hall last night. She sang perfectly in the hall last night. She sang perfectly in the hall last night. I'd like to cash a traveler's check, please. I'd like to cash a traveler's check, please. I'd like to cash a traveler's check, please. 1/3 of this area is covered with forest. 1/3 of this area is covered with forest. 1/3 of this area is covered with forest. The Constitution guards the liberty of the people. The Constitution guards the liberty of the people. The Constitution guards the liberty of the people. We are very sorry for him. We are very sorry for him. We are very sorry for him. What's your favorite dish to make? What's your favorite dish to make? What's your favorite dish to make? What shall we do this weekend? What shall we do this weekend? What shall we do this weekend? 2 tickets to London, please. 2 tickets to London, please. 2 tickets to London, please. Chris is really a heartbreaker. Chris is really a heartbreaker. Chris is really a heartbreaker. I have just heard from my sister, Mary. I have just heard from my sister, Mary. I have just heard from my sister, Mary. How impudent you are to say such a thing. How impudent you are to say such a thing. How impudent you are to say such a thing. I no longer feel devoted to this company. I no longer feel devoted to this company. I no longer feel devoted to this company. Would it be all right if I took a picture here? Would it be all right if I took a picture here? Would it be all right if I took a picture here? How do you have your coffee? How do you have your coffee? How do you have your coffee? There's a new show on tonight. There's a new show on tonight. There's a new show on tonight. First come, first served. First come, first served. First come, first served. They were really easy on him. They were really easy on him. They were really easy on him. We hope to receive the letter. We hope to receive the letter. We hope to receive the letter. Guess what I heard this morning? Guess what I heard this morning? Guess what I heard this morning? John, you listen to me. John, you listen to me. John, you listen to me. It has about 20 miles. It has about 20 miles. It has about 20 miles. We would be interested to learn another language. We would be interested to learn another language. We would be interested to learn another language. What YE games do you have? What YE games do you have? What YE games do you have? Check your petrol situation. Check your petrol situation. Check your petrol situation. I'm afraid it's non-negotiable. I'm afraid it's non-negotiable. I'm afraid it's non-negotiable. If the shoe fits, wear it. If the shoe fits, wear it. If the shoe fits, wear it. The next stop is Brussels. The next stop is Brussels. The next stop is Brussels. Which languages do you speak? Which languages do you speak? Which languages do you speak? His cake is 4 times as big as mine. His cake is 4 times as big as mine. His cake is 4 times as big as mine. It is the best film that I have ever seen. It is the best film that I have ever seen. It is the best film that I have ever seen. Betty and Susan are talking on the telephone. Betty and Susan are talking on the telephone. Betty and Susan are talking on the telephone. We are pleased to respond to your questions. We are pleased to respond to your questions. We are pleased to respond to your questions. There is something fundamentally wrong with your idea. There is something fundamentally wrong with your idea. There is something fundamentally wrong with your idea. We value this matter highly. We value this matter highly. We value this matter highly. The brakes don't work well either. The brakes don't work well either. The brakes don't work well either. I can't get over losing you. I can't get over losing you. I can't get over losing you. Don't give me any lip service. Don't give me any lip service. Don't give me any lip service. She's got an amazing style. She's got an amazing style. She's got an amazing style. I don't know how to express my gratitude. I don't know how to express my gratitude. I don't know how to express my gratitude. I have no other choice but to do so. I have no other choice but to do so. I have no other choice but to do so. No, I will just have a cup of coffee. No, I will just have a cup of coffee. No, I will just have a cup of coffee. I like New York in June, and how about you? I like New York in June, and how about you? I like New York in June, and how about you? I'd like to book a room, please. I'd like to book a room, please. I'd like to book a room, please. As you know, I am a very kind person. As you know, I am a very kind person. As you know, I am a very kind person. I am looking forward to your visit next week. I am looking forward to your visit next week. I am looking forward to your visit next week. Don't be a chicken, but just ask her out. Don't be a chicken, but just ask her out. Don't be a chicken, but just ask her out. There's a lot of work piled up on my desk. There's a lot of work piled up on my desk. There's a lot of work piled up on my desk. I'm too busy to bother with such details. I'm too busy to bother with such details. I'm too busy to bother with such details. It stands for the United States of America. It stands for the United States of America. It stands for the United States of America. They serve it with runny honey. They serve it with runny honey. They serve it with runny honey. What's your favorite type of food? What's your favorite type of food? What's your favorite type of food? My number is 1234. My number is 1234. My number is 1234. Nice talking to you. Bye. Nice talking to you. Bye. Nice talking to you. Bye. My father is at home looking for the ticket. My father is at home looking for the ticket. My father is at home looking for the ticket. You'll save time not waiting for the elevator. You'll save time not waiting for the elevator. You'll save time not waiting for the elevator. Learn to say the fight thing at the fight time. Learn to say the fight thing at the fight time. Learn to say the fight thing at the fight time. I don't understand what you're trying to say. I don't understand what you're trying to say. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Are your parents artistic too? Are your parents artistic too? Are your parents artistic too? You are not seen nothing yet. You are not seen nothing yet. You are not seen nothing yet. We think that he knows everything. We think that he knows everything. We think that he knows everything. I love it, it's my dream car. I love it, it's my dream car. I love it, it's my dream car. I can't believe that would happen. I can't believe that would happen. I can't believe that would happen. I was about to leave when my friends arrived. I was about to leave when my friends arrived. I was about to leave when my friends arrived. I'd call myself an atheist. I'd call myself an atheist. I'd call myself an atheist. The damage was caused by external forces. The damage was caused by external forces. The damage was caused by external forces. They misplaced this book under other categories. They misplaced this book under other categories. They misplaced this book under other categories. Well, I don't know quite how to put this. Well, I don't know quite how to put this. Well, I don't know quite how to put this. I went out with a gorgeous girl last night. I went out with a gorgeous girl last night. I went out with a gorgeous girl last night. Shall I have him call you when he gets back? Shall I have him call you when he gets back? Shall I have him call you when he gets back? We hope that you will come to Lisbon one day. We hope that you will come to Lisbon one day. We hope that you will come to Lisbon one day. We will be delighted to meet with you next week. We will be delighted to meet with you next week. We will be delighted to meet with you next week. We shall be interested in hearing your comments. We shall be interested in hearing your comments. We shall be interested in hearing your comments. Sure, it's road number 314. Sure, it's road number 314. Sure, it's road number 314. I need to put $100 into the bank. I need to put $100 into the bank. I need to put $100 into the bank. I'm afraid that she's on the other line now. I'm afraid that she's on the other line now. I'm afraid that she's on the other line now. It rained every day while I was in Hawaii. It rained every day while I was in Hawaii. It rained every day while I was in Hawaii. It looks like it's going to be a long meeting. It looks like it's going to be a long meeting. It looks like it's going to be a long meeting. We would appreciate it if you will let us know. We would appreciate it if you will let us know. We would appreciate it if you will let us know. Your advice is being discussed by our committee. Your advice is being discussed by our committee. Your advice is being discussed by our committee. Do you have any other symptoms? Do you have any other symptoms? Do you have any other symptoms? They are performing as expected. They are performing as expected. They are performing as expected. How much is the remittance fee? How much is the remittance fee? How much is the remittance fee? About 180 centimeters. About 180 centimeters. About 180 centimeters. Is this the fight bus for the Capitol Library? Is this the fight bus for the Capitol Library? Is this the fight bus for the Capitol Library? We regret that we are unable to work for you. We regret that we are unable to work for you. We regret that we are unable to work for you. This is a very nice place. This is a very nice place. This is a very nice place. It's been an exciting season. It's been an exciting season. It's been an exciting season. Did you have a budget in mind? Did you have a budget in mind? Did you have a budget in mind? Where did you go to university? Where did you go to university? Where did you go to university? I'd like a key to room 809, please. I'd like a key to room 809, please. I'd like a key to room 809, please. I no longer feel attached to this company. I no longer feel attached to this company. I no longer feel attached to this company. I'd like to remove the carpets. I'd like to remove the carpets. I'd like to remove the carpets. My lunch break is 1 hour. My lunch break is 1 hour. My lunch break is 1 hour. I'm saving for a vacation. I'm saving for a vacation. I'm saving for a vacation. I was just thinking about you. I was just thinking about you. I was just thinking about you. Is this what you had in mind? Is this what you had in mind? Is this what you had in mind? How about a song, John? How about a song, John? How about a song, John? They vary in price considerably. They vary in price considerably. They vary in price considerably. Take a seat, please. Make yourself at home. Take a seat, please. Make yourself at home. Take a seat, please. Make yourself at home. The days get longer and the nights get shorter. The days get longer and the nights get shorter. The days get longer and the nights get shorter. Most of the Earth's surface is covered by water. Most of the Earth's surface is covered by water. Most of the Earth's surface is covered by water. No, this is the first time we have met. No, this is the first time we have met. No, this is the first time we have met. Tom and Jerry are fighting a lot these days. Tom and Jerry are fighting a lot these days. Tom and Jerry are fighting a lot these days. I'd like to request a Vietnamese speaking guide. I'd like to request a Vietnamese speaking guide. I'd like to request a Vietnamese speaking guide. The following conditions show that. The following conditions show that. The following conditions show that. We thank you for your kindness. We thank you for your kindness. We thank you for your kindness. I'm going to cram school now. I'm going to cram school now. I'm going to cram school now. This is a pleasant surprise. This is a pleasant surprise. This is a pleasant surprise. What kind of beer do you have? What kind of beer do you have? What kind of beer do you have? I'd like a manual car, please. I'd like a manual car, please. I'd like a manual car, please. Is there a drugstore around here? Is there a drugstore around here? Is there a drugstore around here? Do you believe anything he told you? Do you believe anything he told you? Do you believe anything he told you? That's a surprise, isn't it? That's a surprise, isn't it? That's a surprise, isn't it? Now how about some lingerie? Now, how about some lingerie? Now how about some lingerie? I'm calling about tomorrow's meeting. I'm calling about tomorrow's meeting. I'm calling about tomorrow's meeting. Extension 103 please. Extension 103 please. Extension 103 please. We wish you a bright and successful new year. We wish you a bright and successful new year. We wish you a bright and successful new year. I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy to see you. Do you know what you're looking for? Do you know what you're looking for? Do you know what you're looking for? Does anyone here speak Japanese? Does anyone here speak Japanese? Does anyone here speak Japanese? Did you put an offer in? Did you put an offer in? Did you put an offer in? I feel I am the happiest person in the world. I feel I am the happiest person in the world. I feel I am the happiest person in the world. This is by far the largest cake in the world. This is by far the largest cake in the world. This is by far the largest cake in the world. I want to extend my personal apologies. I want to extend my personal apologies. I want to extend my personal apologies. No one can understand how I really feel. No one can understand how I really feel. No one can understand how I really feel. I brought 2 bottles of wine. I brought 2 bottles of wine. I brought 2 bottles of wine. Practices are every Thursday. Practices are every Thursday. Practices are every Thursday. It's on in about 5 minutes. It's on in about 5 minutes. It's on in about 5 minutes. Take these on an empty stomach. Take these on an empty stomach. Take these on an empty stomach. Are you going to be late today? Are you going to be late today? Are you going to be late today? Can you make it a little cheaper? Can you make it a little cheaper? Can you make it a little cheaper? Where can I make a phone call? Where can I make a phone call? Where can I make a phone call? How's he getting along these days? How's he getting along these days? How's he getting along these days? He does exercises every day in the morning. He does exercises every day in the morning. He does exercises every day in the morning. Could you tell me where I can wash my hands? Could you tell me where I can wash my hands? Could you tell me where I can wash my hands? He devoted his life to the study of science. He devoted his life to the study of science. He devoted his life to the study of science. He has tasted the sweets and bitters of life. He has tasted the sweets and bitters of life. He has tasted the sweets and bitters of life. I will be able to work for many more years. I will be able to work for many more years. I will be able to work for many more years. She just bought a new car just like yours. She just bought a new car just like yours. She just bought a new car just like yours. Let's leave now, if that's all right with you. Let's leave now, if that's all right with you. Let's leave now, if that's all right with you. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. It is always a pleasure doing business with you. It is always a pleasure doing business with you. It is always a pleasure doing business with you. It was a high-scoring game. It was a high-scoring game. It was a high-scoring game. Does he have a defense lawyer? Does he have a defense lawyer? Does he have a defense lawyer? Green is quite a calming color. Green is quite a calming color. Green is quite a calming color. He bought a 2-bedroom house. He bought a 2-bedroom house. He bought a 2-bedroom house. Does the price include insurance? Does the price include insurance? Does the price include insurance? Excuse me, but I'm lost. Excuse me, but I'm lost. Excuse me, but I'm lost. He's in, but he's not at his desk right now. He's in, but he's not at his desk right now. He's in, but he's not at his desk right now. Consequently, we are in the position to talk. Consequently, we are in the position to talk. Consequently, we are in the position to talk. They are virtually free of junk. They are virtually free of junk. They are virtually free of junk. We are a smoke-free hotel. We are a smoke-free hotel. We are a smoke-free hotel. He has many strange ideas in his mind. He has many strange ideas in his mind. He has many strange ideas in his mind. He set up a fine example to all of us. He set up a fine example to all of us. He set up a fine example to all of us. She goes to work every day except Sunday. She goes to work every day except Sunday. She goes to work every day except Sunday. It took him a little time to fix that watch. It took him a little time to fix that watch. It took him a little time to fix that watch. Great efforts ensure the success of our work. Great efforts ensure the success of our work. Great efforts ensure the success of our work. Let me tell you some details about clearance. Let me tell you some details about clearance. Let me tell you some details about clearance. We have no alternative but to keep on going. We have no alternative but to keep on going. We have no alternative but to keep on going. Don't downplay it, it's awesome. Don't downplay it, it's awesome. Don't downplay it, it's awesome. The clothing is made from bamboo. The clothing is made from bamboo. The clothing is made from bamboo. I don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel like doing anything. Shall we search for it online? Shall we search for it online? Shall we search for it online? What do you think about this shop? What do you think about this shop? What do you think about this shop? The examination put a lot of stress on him. The examination put a lot of stress on him. The examination put a lot of stress on him. Wait a moment, I'll be with you in an instant. Wait a moment, I'll be with you in an instant. Wait a moment, I'll be with you in an instant. It is our understanding that he is a good guy. It is our understanding that he is a good guy. It is our understanding that he is a good guy. We are writing with reference to your publication. We are writing with reference to your publication. We are writing with reference to your publication. Their music was all about love. Their music was all about love. Their music was all about love. We shall do whatever we can. We shall do whatever we can. We shall do whatever we can. He just doesn't have a clue. He just doesn't have a clue. He just doesn't have a clue. I've got a really bad toothache. I've got a really bad toothache. I've got a really bad toothache. Does this one have a gym too? Does this one have a gym too? Does this one have a gym too? They have to work hard to support their family. They have to work hard to support their family. They have to work hard to support their family. Would you please go to a dancing party with me? Would you please go to a dancing party with me? Would you please go to a dancing party with me? I believe I haven't reached the summit of my career. I believe I haven't reached the summit of my career. I believe I haven't reached the summit of my career. I want to share the rest of my life with you. I want to share the rest of my life with you. I want to share the rest of my life with you. He was the best basketball player last year. He was the best basketball player last year. He was the best basketball player last year. I've developed a great liking for Chinese food. I've developed a great liking for Chinese food. I've developed a great liking for Chinese food. Thank you for the opportunity to be of service. Thank you for the opportunity to be of service. Thank you for the opportunity to be of service. I can hardly thank you enough for your kindness. I can hardly thank you enough for your kindness. I can hardly thank you enough for your kindness. I'm more musical than artistic. I'm more musical than artistic. I'm more musical than artistic. Sometimes I go to sleep at 11 p.m. Sometimes I go to sleep at 11 p.m. Sometimes I go to sleep at 11 p.m. I simply don't have the time. I simply don't have the time. I simply don't have the time. He really was ahead of the game. He really was ahead of the game. He really was ahead of the game. I want a French-speaking guide. I want a French-speaking guide. I want a French-speaking guide. I like to look after myself. I like to look after myself. I like to look after myself. How about new style icons? How about new style icons? How about new style icons? I think it would really suit you. I think it would really suit you. I think it would really suit you. I will connect you to extension 103. I will connect you to extension 103. I will connect you to extension 103. I don't pay much attention to what he says. I don't pay much attention to what he says. I don't pay much attention to what he says. Finish your homework first, then wash my car. Finish your homework first, then wash my car. Finish your homework first, then wash my car. Shall I take my shoes off? Shall I take my shoes off? Shall I take my shoes off? Do you go to the movies often? Do you go to the movies often? Do you go to the movies often? This is to acknowledge your letter. This is to acknowledge your letter. This is to acknowledge your letter. We regret to inform you that. We regret to inform you that. We regret to inform you that. Is he an old friend of yours? Is he an old friend of yours? Is he an old friend of yours? So, what animal are you then? So, what animal are you then? So, what animal are you then? What was your childhood like? What was your childhood like? What was your childhood like? He never misses a chance to see a movie. He never misses a chance to see a movie. He never misses a chance to see a movie. I have a headache, and she has a stomachache. I have a headache, and she has a stomachache. I have a headache, and she has a stomachache. This is a piece of work I can be proud of. This is a piece of work I can be proud of. This is a piece of work I can be proud of. What time is the last train to Los Angeles? What time is the last train to Los Angeles? What time is the last train to Los Angeles? These potato chips are stale. These potato chips are stale. These potato chips are stale. We are all taking medicine against the disease. We are all taking medicine against the disease. We are all taking medicine against the disease. Jalu has forgotten falling off his bicycle. Jalu has forgotten falling off his bicycle. Jalu has forgotten falling off his bicycle. The more I learn about it, the happier I get. The more I learn about it, the happier I get. The more I learn about it, the happier I get. I don't feel loyal to this company any longer. I don't feel loyal to this company any longer. I don't feel loyal to this company any longer. You may not believe it, but I'm telling the truth. You may not believe it, but I'm telling the truth. You may not believe it, but I'm telling the truth. Have you ever tried this before? Have you ever tried this before? Have you ever tried this before? I'm not in the mood for rice. I'm not in the mood for rice. I'm not in the mood for rice. How do you recharge the battery? How do you recharge the battery? How do you recharge the battery? I hope you're feeling better soon. I hope you're feeling better soon. I hope you're feeling better soon. I'd recommend our summer special. I'd recommend our summer special. I'd recommend our summer special. Unlike her friends, she never gave up hope. Unlike her friends, she never gave up hope. Unlike her friends, she never gave up hope. They celebrated his birthday with a dance party. They celebrated his birthday with a dance party. They celebrated his birthday with a dance party. Do you think people are a company's greatest wealth? Do you think people are a company's greatest wealth? Do you think people are a company's greatest wealth? Is there anything on worth watching? Is there anything on worth watching? Is there anything on worth watching? All's fair in love and war. All's fair in love and war. All's fair in love and war. How can he afford that place? How can he afford that place? How can he afford that place? We're offering $40,000. We're offering $40,000. We're offering $40,000. How much is the fare to Rome? How much is the fare to Rome? How much is the fare to Rome? Are there any sightseeing buses? Are there any sightseeing buses? Are there any sightseeing buses? I believe in life after death. I believe in life after death. I believe in life after death. All at once, a rabbit came out of a hole. All at once, a rabbit came out of a hole. All at once, a rabbit came out of a hole. I had to sit up all night writing the report. I had to sit up all night writing the report. I had to sit up all night writing the report. Could I have extension number 317? Could I have extension number 317? Could I have extension number 317? Your suggestions are being reviewed by our committee. Your suggestions are being reviewed by our committee. Your suggestions are being reviewed by our committee. I'm dying to tackle that garden. I'm dying to tackle that garden. I'm dying to tackle that garden. Let me hear your candid opinion. Let me hear your candid opinion. Let me hear your candid opinion. We appreciate your cooperation. We appreciate your cooperation. We appreciate your cooperation. We're glad to have you on board. We're glad to have you on board. We're glad to have you on board. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. It's about 2 hours a day. It's about 2 hours a day. It's about 2 hours a day. How many followers do you have? How many followers do you have? How many followers do you have? What was the price for that one? What was the price for that one? What was the price for that one? A Chinese-speaking person, please. A Chinese-speaking person, please. A Chinese-speaking person, please. The doctor examined the soldier's wound carefully. The doctor examined the soldier's wound carefully. The doctor examined the soldier's wound carefully. Were there any exciting incidents during your journey? Were there any exciting incidents during your journey? Were there any exciting incidents during your journey? We must function as one mind and one body. We must function as one mind and one body. We must function as one mind and one body. Life isn't worth living without you in my life. Life isn't worth living without you in my life. Life isn't worth living without you in my life. Would you help me find the address for the motel? Would you help me find the address for the motel? Would you help me find the address for the motel? Please like this video and subscribe this channel. Please like this video and subscribe this channel. Please like this video and subscribe this channel. Congratulations on getting enrolled into college. Congratulations on getting enrolled into college. Congratulations on getting enrolled into college. Do you have a favorite athlete? Do you have a favorite athlete? Do you have a favorite athlete? I think he's in over his head. I think he's in over his head. I think he's in over his head. So these are all just rumors? So these are all just rumors? So these are all just rumors? I'd like to return these shoes. I'd like to return these shoes. I'd like to return these shoes. We were making such good time. We were making such good time. We were making such good time. I don't want to hear you lying to me anymore. I don't want to hear you lying to me anymore. I don't want to hear you lying to me anymore. Thank you for calling this matter to our attention. Thank you for calling this matter to our attention. Thank you for calling this matter to our attention. It's a spicy vegetable dish. It's a spicy vegetable dish. It's a spicy vegetable dish. I don't have time for breakfast. I don't have time for breakfast. I don't have time for breakfast. He was quite a prolific writer. He was quite a prolific writer. He was quite a prolific writer. I had a pretty strict upbringing. I had a pretty strict upbringing. I had a pretty strict upbringing. Many young girls dream of being a fashion model. Many young girls dream of being a fashion model. Many young girls dream of being a fashion model. No one knows the location of the hidden treasure. No one knows the location of the hidden treasure. No one knows the location of the hidden treasure. The coffee is nearly done brewing. The coffee is nearly done brewing. The coffee is nearly done brewing. I like pets that are affectionate. I like pets that are affectionate. I like pets that are affectionate. I'm not that into war dramas. I'm not that into war dramas. I'm not that into war dramas. I'm pretty useless in the kitchen. I'm pretty useless in the kitchen. I'm pretty useless in the kitchen. I'm ready to throw in the towel. I'm ready to throw in the towel. I'm ready to throw in the towel. Does this train stop at London? Does this train stop at London? Does this train stop at London? I don't want to hear any more of your lies. I don't want to hear any more of your lies. I don't want to hear any more of your lies. No, I have other business to take care of. No, I have other business to take care of. No, I have other business to take care of. It's quite a big open space. It's quite a big open space. It's quite a big open space. How far is it to Amsterdam? How far is it to Amsterdam? How far is it to Amsterdam? What religion do you follow now? What religion do you follow now? What religion do you follow now? He usually stays at home with his pet dog. He usually stays at home with his pet dog. He usually stays at home with his pet dog. Sorry, I can't play tennis with you tomorrow. Sorry, I can't play tennis with you tomorrow. Sorry, I can't play tennis with you tomorrow. We will do our utmost to develop new markets. We will do our utmost to develop new markets. We will do our utmost to develop new markets. We feel strongly that our products are the best. We feel strongly that our products are the best. We feel strongly that our products are the best. Watch out, don't play with that thing. Watch out, don't play with that thing. Watch out, don't play with that thing. Is this the train to London? Is this the train to London? Is this the train to London? She makes it clear that she doesn't like swimming. She makes it clear that she doesn't like swimming. She makes it clear that she doesn't like swimming. Well, all joking aside, let's get to work. Well, all joking aside, let's get to work. Well, all joking aside, let's get to work. Would you call me back in 10 minutes if possible? Would you call me back in 10 minutes if possible? Would you call me back in 10 minutes if possible? We will not take your illness into consideration. We will not take your illness into consideration. We will not take your illness into consideration. We shall be interested in receiving your comments. We shall be interested in receiving your comments. We shall be interested in receiving your comments. It needs some basic decoration. It needs some basic decoration. It needs some basic decoration. I think we should put in laminate. I think we should put in laminate. I think we should put in laminate. What are the key markets for this? What are the key markets for this? What are the key markets for this? I'm afraid I have to disagree. I'm afraid I have to disagree. I'm afraid I have to disagree.